Hi, I'm Dinesh Karthik, and we're back again on Cricbuzz Chatter for day one between West Indies and India that happened in Port of Spain, Trinidad. It was a very interesting day. Of the three sessions that happened, two definitely belong to India because they didn't lose a wicket in the first session and the last session. But the middle session, in many ways, belonged to West Indies. Let's discuss all that and more. India finished on a strong 288 for 4, so there's quite a lot to discuss. West Indies won the toss, and what was surprising was the decision they chose. They chose to bowl first on what looked like a really flat pitch. And why I said the decision was surprising was because in the Indian openers, as usual, got off to a lovely start. In the first hour of play, they notched up their 50 partnership, and they looked very, very comfortable, very confident, and they kept moving forward. And both the batters, Yashasvi Jaiswal and Rohit Sharma, notched up their 50s, and the session after lunch definitely belonged to West Indies. From 139 for no loss, they took India to 155 for 3 and then 182 for 4. Yashasvi Jaiswal played a loose shot. One of those shots when you're confident. I think it was a bit of a plan that West Indies employed, having 2 points there, bowled one wide out there. He drove one and got caught at backward point. And in walked Shubman Gill, didn't get too many runs in the first test, but again on this one he faltered, but this time to a really good ball from Kemar Roach. Rohit Sharma got a lovely 80, was looking very much in control of everything that was happening there till the delivery got out. Just driving one, but completely beaten. A lovely ball from Jamal Warrican took his off stump. Ajinkya Rahane and Virat Kohli had a nice little partnership, one of those partnerships that we're used to. We've seen quite a few times that both of them have forged a good partnership, kept going, but again, he played on to one from Shannon Gabriel, and that was a 4th wicket. Virat Kohli and Ravindra Jadeja joined hands at 182 for 4 at tea. Slightly troubled waters, but then took the score to end of day's play and finished it at 288 for 4. Virat Kohli notching up his 30th 50 in his 500th international appearance. A lovely little partnership of 106, and we just hope they keep carrying it on because that can definitely take India to a very, very good score. Mr. Virat Kohli, King Kohli as they lovingly call him. And we can all say about the lovely shots that he played, the cover drives, the pull. But what was really good for me was what happened between his ears. Here is a man playing his 500th match, but he played it like it was probably his 5th match. That hunger on a pitch that probably really didn't aid stroke making, fought through it. We saw that in the first test as well, and we're seeing it again now. If you heard Rahul Dravid speak about him, the two things that he said was respect and his sacrifices. And you can see that shining through in this innings yet again. Not at his fluent best, for sure, but he made it count. Just making sure that he stood there, played those tough balls out, even if he could play a million shots, just making sure he is mentally there, making it count for Team India. He just goes out there, grinds it out, gets a 50 of 97 balls and ends up being not out at the end of day's play and forges a lovely partnership with Ravindra Jadeja. That's the man for you, constantly seeking greatness. 5th highest run getter in the history of international cricket. And we are talking about elite batsmen there. Rohit and Jaiswal notch up another 100 plus partnership. And that augurs really well for Indian cricket. We spoke in the last test about how it could be something special, and it definitely looks like it's going to be something that's going to be really fruitful for Team India. Why? Because A, the way they bat is very different to each other. They complement each other. Yes, you can say the West Indies bowling pedigree, not the likes of an Australia or an England, like the Ashes that is happening. It is true. I don't think we can hide from that fact. But what you need to give them credit for is the way they've approached it. 139 runs together for the first wicket. They've lost the toss. They go into bat. Any test match, no matter how the pitch is, will have something, some life in it initially, but they bowled through that. After that, they played their shots. Very positive with their outlook. West Indies didn't probably target the right areas in the first session, but they made it count, and that's what good openers do. You take the greatest of openers over a period of time. If the bowling attack is not up to its full potential, they take full toll of it, and that is exactly what Rohit and Jaiswal did. Got the cuts in play, played a lovely few pull shots, then the drive later on as the day progressed, as the session progressed in fact. and they look good, and you get the feeling this is going to last for a long time because they complement each other really well. Fan question of the day. DK, having observed Shubman Gill from close quarters, why is he yet to convert his white ball consistency into tests? What do you think he needs to work on? I can promise you, Shubman Gill is going to be something really special in the long run. Just stay with him, just be patient. Even in T20 cricket, I remember when he came to KKR, he wasn't exactly doing what he is doing today. He has something really special about him. Just give him time. There is nothing he needs to do in terms of technique or mental preparation. There have been just 2 tests when others have scored and he hasn't, and that can happen. Sometimes places like West Indies, where a lot of people tend to score and you don't score, it might look very jarring and glaring, but I can promise you when the big moments come, when the big tests come, which has come, like we saw the 90 he got in Brisbane against Australia, he is a big match player and he is destined for special things. I will have a lot of time for Shubman Gill, and I believe he's going to become one of the best that has ever been and that has ever played the game. India in a comfortable position, but just add 2 wickets to that and it looks a very different scorecard if it is 300 for 6. So as Team India, what they need to be doing is making sure they play the first hour well and then consistently putting up partnerships so that they can cross 400. If we cross 400, then there is a good chance we're controlling this game from there on. Any team that breaches the score of 400 in the test match always has the best chance to control, and that is what India have right now. We're talking about 112 runs for now, very much possible. I in fact genuinely feel India have the potential to score 450 plus, and then the way the pitch is, you can again see the spinners coming into action. Yes, we have 3 medium pacers and I'm very excited to see Mukesh Kumar do well, but we also know how good Ravindra Jadeja and Ravichandran Ashwin is. So again, we'll wait for the magic and let's just hope they'll do something special. And on the other hand, West Indies, if they want to come back in this series, they must try and get India all out before 350. That'll give them the best chance of coming back. It looks a good wicket to bat on and they put up a good score in the first innings. God knows they can definitely pile on the pressure for Team India.